Hey everybody, today I'm doing the drink of Alaska. There's a little controversy as far as which one it is. So some things say it's actually the Alaskan cocktail, but the Alaskan cocktail calls for chartreuse, which is apparently really hard to find ever since 2020. We bought it all up, I guess, during the pandemic, and it takes a long time to make. So the next one is called the Duck Fart. And as much as I don't like the name, it does look kind of fun to make. And it said it's like a lot of the different things said it's actually a shooter. So it's a little bit different today, but it's got the Bailey's, Crown Royal, and Kahlua. And I am not a big fan of any of these things, so I bought the little bottles this time. And hopefully I'll kind of like it mixed in together, but it's always something to try. I never turned down something I've never tried before. So I'm also going to talk today about cruise tours. Cruise tours are basically a cruise mixed with land portion, but it's all covered by the cruise company itself. So Alaska has them. That's one of the really popular things, or one of the really popular cruise tours to take. Because Alaska, you can go and spend a couple of days at Denali. You get to take like an open top or glass topped railway through, like some of them go through the original Alaska railways from maybe Anchorage. Just depends on what you want to do. You can do wildlife tours or go on a fishing trip, go to the salmon factories and see how all of that's done. So there's some cool things to do in Alaska. Hawaii has some cool ones too, and there you can do the Molokini Crater. You can do, of course, Pearl Harbor. You can go on a snorkeling trip or do hikes. So it's just some cool things to add on. But what's really neat, I think, is on the ones that are going to a country that does not speak your language. So like say you wanted to do Asia or South America, like there's one in Istanbul where you can go to the bazaar. There's ones in South Africa where you can do safaris. But like I mentioned, like Asia, especially if you are not sure that everywhere you want to see is going to be covered on a cruise ship, you get to do everything is done, like I said, through the cruise company. So you've got the people that are going to be speaking, like the English interpreters. There's also local guides that are going to speak English. So you've got a really cool way of not worrying about any language barriers, because you know that you're going to be covered. So that's just something that kind of gives you that extra confidence in going to one of those countries that you may be a little bit hesitant to do, and you get to spend a little extra time doing things that are more inside the area versus just the cruise ship. So with this drink, it's a layered drink, and I don't know if I've ever done this before, so bear with me here, because it looks like you pour it over the spoon like this. I'm so nervous. Ooh, it's working. Can you see that? Okay, good. Okay. Apparently I can't talk and do this at the same time. So it's a tri-layer drink. There's a silly little story that goes with how it got its name that I'm not going to share, but you're welcome to look it up. But supposedly it tastes really good, and that they serve it at a lot of the bars in Alaska. So we're about to try this, and you're supposed to drink it like a shot, so we'll see if we do that too. Oh, I'm spilling that one everywhere. Okay, that didn't work so well. Let's try this one. Did that work? Spilled it everywhere, but it kind of, depending on the light situation, Can you see the 3 layers? There we go. Yay! I'm gonna... Okay, so sorry for the silence there, but I am gonna try this, so I'm scared. I'd love for y'all to make this at home and let me know what you think if you have these ingredients. Again, it's the Baileys, whiskey, and Kahlua. And you drink it as a shot, which I do not know how I'm gonna be able to drink a shot this big. But cheers, let's see. It is pretty good. Tastes like, kind of like melted caramel with maybe Eagle brand milk. I don't know, maybe that's what this stuff always tastes like mixed together, but had a little bit too much of the Baileys on Bill Street one time and never wanted to go back to it. So I hope y'all have a great weekend. Definitely reach out to me if you want to know more about cruise tours, or if you just want to book a trip in general that's kind of connected and there's more things. I'm happy to plan all of that for you, but it is kind of cool to have something that's all set up together. So that's why I wanted to mention that as an option. I'll talk to y'all later and hope you have a great weekend.